Hey, what's going on YouTube? Great Tornado here. Here to show you guys a deck profile of heroes. And before I go on to the deck profile, I gotta first say that this is probably my best creative deck profile I've done. It's been very consistent, it's been very strong. I've been testing it on Dual Network and it had become 19-1. And even with the one loss, I could have won. I had Super Poly, Super Poly, Sparkman, and something else in my hand. And I could have pitched it to the graveyard, but because the guy was taking forever on his time, he took a half an hour to take his turn. I had to go to work and I had to just leave it. But I did show him my hand. I told him I had game, but I'm gonna let him win on that one. So that's the first thing for that. It's been very consistent. What's also a good thing about this deck is very budget, especially with a lot of reprints are coming out. I think you guys are gonna love it. So this will give you a background with this deck. It's basically two variants of heroes into one. It's the Rescue Rabbit heroes, along with Hero Lives or Alive heroes. So hence the mat. I want to thank my boy Tim who hooked me up with this mat. I think this mat is amazing. It signifies the deck that I've made and created, and it's just amazing. The Rescue Rabbits and the normal heroes and Bubble Man. It's just amazing that he gave me this mat. This mat is just awesome. So thanks a lot, Tim. If you do see this video, thanks, man. So before I get into the deck profile, I just also want to say Daigusto Emerald and Lava Chain makes this deck a lot more busted and broken, and this deck will tier 1 for sure when it does come out with Daigusto Emerald and Lava Chain. Right now without it, it's probably like a tier 2, if not like a tier 1.5. The deck is very consistent without Daigusto Emerald and Lava Chain, because you can OTK pretty fast, but it helps out a lot if you did have Daigusto Emerald and Lava Chain. So I don't have my tripod with me, so we're going to use one hand, unfortunately. So let's get on to the deck profile. I run one Stratos in this deck. Stratos is pretty much self-explanatory. He searches out for all your monsters. And then the one proxy in my deck is Rescue Rabbits. And I like it because it's at 2. If I could run 3, obviously you would, but then Dino Rabbits would be awesome. But I'm happy it's at 2. This is amazing card. You just summon it, instant level 4, rank 4, and you get your heroes to the graveyard, which is awesome. So my 3 normal monsters are 3 Sparkman and 3 Claymans. Now let me just talk about these guys a little bit. So the first thing I've been asked is, how come you don't run dinosaurs in your deck, like a Dino Rabbit hero? Because I find Dino Rabbits and heroes very inconsistent, and even Dino Rabbit decks are very inconsistent, especially now with 2 Rescue Rabbits. You're going to draw a lot of normal monsters into your hand. And so what I like about them being elemental heroes is that you can actually e-call the third one to your hand so that you don't draw him later on, which is also really good. At the same time, you can always pitch it with Super Poly in the deck. So like I said, I just find it a lot more consistent this way than running Dino Rabbits or dinosaurs in my deck. Next thing I've been asked, how come you just don't run one set of normal monsters? I find it very inconsistent. Let's say, for instance, I'm running 3 Sparkmans alone and 2 Rescue Rabbits. If I were going to summon Rescue Rabbit, get 2 Sparkmans, overlay into a rank 4, whatever it is, and the next turn draw, and I draw another Rescue Rabbit, it becomes inconsistent. And you would need somehow to get the normal monsters back into your deck so you can use Rescue Rabbit again. So having it like this is fine. It's consistent. Always have a target when Rescue Rabbit is on the field. So also, what's good about Clayman, if you have him first turn, is he's 2000 defense, so he's like a mini wall. You can set him. Your opponent summon the Thunder King. They're not going to easily get over it, which is also really good. And then Sparkman allows for a shining play. Sparkman is like my Cobblesaws. If you ever play Dino Rabbits, he's the first thing I bring out because he's light. And he's only 1600 attack. He's not that strong to really get over a lot of other things. So he's the first thing I get out. Like I said, Clayman is just a good wall. And then I run 2 Bubblemans in this deck. Bubbleman allows for a lot of rank 4 exceeds, quick special summon, which is always awesome. 3 is inconsistent. You're going to draw... 3 is cloggy. Correction. 3 is cloggy and 1 is inconsistent. You're going to have so many times if you run 3, too many Bubblemans in your hand and a monster. Or if you ran it at 1, there's going to be times where you have one in the graveyard and you have a normal monster in your hand and you draw into an e-call and then it becomes like Yeah, I kind of wish you did run another Bubble Man. So running 2 Bubble Man has been, for me at least, very consistent. It's up to your playstyle. Like I said, this deck is made just for me. If your playstyle is like mine, just try it and you definitely see how wonderful this deck is. Next, I run the Tour Guide engine. I run 2 Tour Guides, 1 Sangan, and then for the last tech is I run 1 Dark Mimic. Let me zoom in. 1 Dark Mimic. What Dark Mimic allows is if you draw him, you can set him and it gets destroyed by battle. You draw a card, which is not bad. Another reason I have him, he's like another target for Tour Guide. Instead of 9 selling, I decided to go with this for the extra draw, which is not bad. Sangan, obviously for Tour Guide, but Sangan searches for everything in my deck except for Sparkman and except for Stratos, which is okay because in this deck you have a lot of search power to get those cards anyway. And then 2 Tour Guides. Tour Guides in this deck allows for great Exceed plays, rank 3, getting back Levier, getting back the Rescue Rabbit, getting back Stratos. For a lot of great plays. And I do run 1 Zemains in the extra deck, so for protection too. Next, your spells, 1 Rhoda and 2 E-Calls. Then 2 Hero Lives and 3 Warrior Returning Alives. So let me explain this really quick. The 3 Warrior Returning Alives allows for a lot of great special summons with Bubble Mans. You get back Bubble Man, special summon Bubble Man, you Exceed again, get back Bubble Man, all that great play. If not, you can get back your Stratos, who then, which in search, can search for out your Bubble Man, which is not bad. This allows for a lot of great plays. Now, Hero Lives in the deck. Hero Lives gives me a lot of OTK potential. Not only potential, but OTK, like finish them off, which is always really good. I will show you guys at the end of the video how you can OTK with Hero Lives in the deck. And then your 2 Rotas and, well, your 2 E-Calls and a Rota. I wouldn't run 3 even if you could run 3 E-Calls. It's very inconsistent. I find like 2 good. I don't know why, but 2 is good. And plus Rota is like a 3rd E-Call. So, yeah. Next, 3 Miracle Fusion and 1 Super Poly. These are my protection, my when everything's gone wrong cards. For instance, I've gone Hero Lives, get out Stratos, they negate, or activate Hero Lives, they negate with Silent Warning. I pay 4,000, and then I summon Rescue Rabbit, banish, they then torrential the field. So Miracle Fusion's been great because you can just Miracle Fusion it off once you get those 2 Sparkmans out. So it helps out when you have this. This is like my, like I said, protection card. Running that 3 has been consistent enough for me. Next, 3 MSTs and a heavy. Because this deck can OTK, you want to get rid of your opponent's back row and not worry about it when you're going off. And then 1 Dark Hole and Monster Reborn. Pretty much staples. Like I said, when anything you do OTK, you want to get rid of your opponent's back row, and that's pretty much self-explanatory. Next, the next strong card in the deck is 3 Call the Hornets. Helps you, special summon a lot faster. Helps you, go into rank 4 more. If you have this set, like last turn, you go into Lava Chain, you dump, activate this, get back like Rescue Rabbit, get back Stratos, search, special summon, whatever you want to do. It allows for a lot of great plays, and just keep going off for your OTK potential. Next, I run 2 Torrential Tributes. I like 2 Massive Destruction. As soon as they summon a monster, just blow up the field, and then next turn, not worry about the field, just worry about the back row and maybe hand traps. But Torrential in this deck is amazing. I don't like waiting for my opponent to, activate all their effects and then have a set Mirror Force, so I have no Mirror Forces in this deck. And then the last 2 traps are 1 Warning and 1 Judgment. The reason for 1 Warning is actually because you always pay half with Hero Lives. With 2 Hero Lives and a Judgment, you're always paying half. And there's times where Silent Warning is actually dead, but Silent Warning is too much of a power card to not play. So I run it at least at 1. And then Solemn Judgment in this deck is just amazing because you always can pay half to negate something. So that's pretty much my deck profile. I don't have an extra deck that can really be good. because I'm still trying to get all the cards for my extra deck. But you obviously going to run your Heroic Champions, Blade Armor Ninjas, all the rank 4s that you can play. So I'm going to show you guys how you can OTK with this deck just by having these 3 cards, but it becomes more broken when you have another Warrior Returning Alive. Alright, so like I said, when Daigusto Emerald comes out and Lava Chain, this deck becomes a lot more busted. So the first thing you're going to do with this is you're going to activate Hero Lives. Like I said, there's only 4 cards. You can have MST, you can pop the back row, not worry about it. So you're going to go Hero Lives, you're going to get Stratos. Strato then searches for the Bubble Man. This goes to grave. Bubble Man comes out to the field. Not Bubble Man, hold on. Rescue Rabbit comes out to the field. You banish to get 2 Sparkmans. Like I said, he's like my Cobble Souls. I get them out as soon as I can. And then I overlay for Heroic Champion. Not Heroic Champion. Daigusto Emerald. It's my graveyard. You use Daigusto Emerald's effect to detach an Exceed material. And then you activate one of his effects. You're going to activate his second effect to special summon a non-effect monster from your graveyard. You special summon Sparkman. You set your 2 Warrior Returning Alives. And then you special summon your Bubble Man. At this time, you're going to Bubble Man and Sparkman into Lava Chain. What Lava Chain is going to do is you're going to detach Bubble Man to then send your Sparkman, your 3rd and final one, to the graveyard so you don't draw him. So that's pretty much how it looks. And then you're going to activate Warrior Returning Alive. Get back your Bubble Man. You're going to then special summon your Bubble Man. Overlay for the second Daigusto Emerald. You're going to detach Bubble Man to special summon Sparkman. Then you're going to activate Warrior Returning Alive. Get back Bubble Man. Special summon Bubble Man. Then you're going to go into Heroic Champion Excalibur. Now you have 18, 18, 18, and 4,000. And from what I understand, I believe this is over 8,000 life points, so that's an OTK. There's a lot of other ways you can OTK in this deck, but I don't want to show you all my secrets. Like I said, thumbs up this video if you guys like it. This is probably my favorite, my best hero deck profile I've made. And I'm trying to showcase this deck profile to a lot of people. So if you guys watch this video, if you want me to showcase it on your channel, please let me do that. That'd be awesome, because I want to make sure a lot of people see that this is my deck idea. Because I have looked on YouTube for a lot of deck profiles similar to this, but there's nothing where they bring both Rescue Rabbits and Hero Lives into one deck. And I've liked this deck, my creativity, my playstyle, and hopefully you guys like it yourself. Thumbs up the video, show me you guys like it. If you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, as I will start slowly putting back videos up. The next thing I'll probably do is a deck profile of 6 Sams that I've been trying to play test. Like a fast drawing 6 Sam deck. So definitely going to have that up soon. I'm also probably going to have up soon opening of the new tins, because Rescue Rabbit is there, Tour Guide is there, Shockmaster is there. There's a lot of great things. But also talking about Shockmaster, I've actually been asked one time too, this deck can lose to Effect Failures and Maxi. This deck does not lose to Effect Failure too much. It most likely loses to Maxi if they have Trigodia or Gorge in their hands. So what I've done myself at times when I know they have Maxi is I've actually pushed myself to get Shockmaster out, call spells, and then next turn go off my play. If they have another Maxi somehow, I will then detach. After doing all my OTK, you know, monsters, and then I will detach with Shockmaster, monsters effects, and then push for game. So they cannot, they won't allow them to drop their Gorge or drop the Tergodia, because I will call monsters effects. That's just one thing I wanted to let you guys know also before you guys, oh, this deck can lose to Effect Failure and Max Seed. Well, that's what I do. Effect Failure doesn't lose too much because I can still, like, Stratos. You Effect Failure, oh, that sucks. Alright, Because when you see Stratos for the first time, you're going to say, okay, he's playing, you know, hero. So I'm going to effect Veiler their Stratos so they don't search. Then I summon Rescue Rabbit and then I banish and it's like, oh yeah, that doesn't help. So, like I said, this is my favorite deck profile. If this deck, if all the cards come out for the deck, like Daguster Emerald and Lava Chain come out, I would definitely bring this to a regionals and hopefully top with it. So, that's pretty much it, guys. I didn't want to waste too much of your time. It's over 15 minutes, but this is my favorite deck profile. If you guys want to see more combos and stuff like that, thumbs up the video. I might show you guys more combos in this deck. But this is pretty much my playstyle. Hopefully you guys like it. Like I said, thumbs up, comment, rate, subscribe, and peace out, guys.